Hello everyone, it's Jessica and I am here with June 8th, which is the 8th day of the Best of 30 Days of Sketches series with this sketch by Scrapbook's ECT. And this is a little tricky for me. Sometimes I struggle with grid layouts. So I am modifying this just a bit. I've cut my background paper, which is a paper from Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits collection. I've actually cut just a little bit, I think about half an inch off of two sides so that I could get a smaller square, so it's not a true 12 by 12, and then I have added just a simple black border on the outside. I did distress the edges of that as well, and then here I'm just going to mat all of my photos on my grid layout with some smooth white cardstock, and then I'm going to distress all of those edges as well. And I'll speed this up so that you don't have to watch me distressing every single photo, because that gets kind of boring, I know. But I just used my close to my heart edge distresser. It's super simple to do. You can use the edge of your scissors to distress those edges as well. So originally I was going to sew around the border for some added effect, but I wanted to keep this simple. It's a pretty simple grid sketch, so it just mainly focuses on your photos and then some little embellishments and just some added things. So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not going to double mat my photos on this one. I'm just keeping them with the smooth white and then distressing those edges. And then I'm just adding a bunch of stuff to this. This is my son whenever he was 6 months old. So I have included the journaling piece there in the center for what I posted on Facebook whenever he turned 6 months, and just use a bunch of photos from the month of him. So then I'm just using my Bella Boulevard, these are the Bella Florence alphas, to highlight the 6 months on there. And then I'm just going to start kind of tucking things in here and there, just kind of highlighting some of the photos and just adding a little bits and pieces to this. And everything that I'm using today is from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio No Limits collection. So I stuck with all the same collection today, and I'm just kind of using whatever I get my hands on here. So I'm just pulling little bits out. I love these little frames. I thought those were perfect to kind of tuck in behind my photos. And then I'm just using my bin here to kind of just toss my leftovers that I know I'm not going to use in there, so it's easier to clean up for me, and it gets them out of my way too. So I'm gonna throw anything that's orange or like really yellow into that bin, because I know I'm not gonna use those. I'm not gonna use the tickets or the peace signs or anything like that on this, because this is kind of a baby layout. So I'm just focusing on him kind of growing and just kind of being a big boy. I mean, he's getting older, and these pictures are from quite a while ago. He's now 2. He'll be 2.5, I guess, in a month or 2, if my calculations are right. So he's a lot bigger than this now, and these photos are just left over that I never got to scrap yet. So this layout was perfect to use up a whole bunch of photos. And as you can see, I did not keep mine small. I did mine kind of on a larger scale. So the photos in this sketch are 2¼ by 2 inches, but I left mine at wallet size, which is what my printer has. It's a setting just on my printer, or on my computer rather, to print just wallet size. So they're pretty small. I think it comes out to like 2.5 by 3 or something like that, something close like that. So they're a little bit smaller than like the Project Life pockets. So I like the size. I just kept them at that size, and I just did 3 by 3 instead of 4 by 4 for this layout. So kept everything on just a little bit larger scale. Looks like I'm off camera for a second. I don't know what I was doing. Must have been looking for that glue. So I couldn't get my ATG gun to work on that small star, so I just pulled out my red top glue. I love it for small embellishments like this and little die cuts. It just seems to work really well for them, and that glue sticks to pretty much everything. So it's been working out really, really well for me. And I love that it has the longer tips so that you can kind of get in and under things without having to move a lot of things on your layouts, because I don't know about you, but when I pull things up off of my layout, it never seems to go back to the same exact spot as it was before. So it's nice to have that longer tip on the glue to kind of get in and under things. Sorry about the glare on that photo. There's always a little glare right in the center of my layouts because I use an aught light above for lighting purposes. If I didn't use it, there would be shadows literally over this entire page. So I'm sorry that the glare is usually there in all of my videos, but it's for the best. Otherwise, you would have complete shadows all over this video. So maybe in my new craft room, I'll get some better lighting situation. We'll see. But here I'm just kind of finishing up. I'm just tugging a couple more things in. I used some foam squares underneath my journaling in the middle there because it was kind of on top of that frame. So I did tuck a little bit of foam squares underneath that just to pop up the other edge. So I'm just gonna add a little star here and maybe another one of those little buttons just to kind of keep it symmetrical. As you can see, I have a little circle button in the bottom left, and then I have another one in the top right because I kind of like things uniform and I like it to flow nicely. So here I'm just kind of pulling this up to see what else I need. I thought I was done, but I'm just gonna add some thread in here. So I know the UK girls call these thread twiddles, I think. So I'm just kind of scrunching it up, tucking it in, and using that same red top glue to just adhere that down so it doesn't move around anywhere. So sorry you're seeing kind of my shoulder there, but I had to make sure that I got it in and under there so it stuck good. So here's the finished layout. You guys can play along in the Facebook group, which I'll link below. It has all the sketches posted for you for the whole month, and you can post your layouts too. So thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, guys, and feel free to hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.